EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Los Angeles Rams. And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. Out of the end zone, it's Tutu Atwell. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here we go.
First down, and they'll start with Algier. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. You talk about this Seahawk defense. They were very good a week ago in the win over Minnesota.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. So on fourth down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Sticking with Walker on second down. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. He'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one goes for 24 yards.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. He's going to try and do this himself. Dances by him. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A good chunk on the ground on the keeper, 17 yards, 1st down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
He's got it. Touchdown. DK Metcalf. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Atwell now from his end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you field a kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Starting the drive with Algier. Shifts by at the 15. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Now a 2nd and 2. Here's Burrow. That's out to the flat for Akers. That one a first down pickup of 8. The Rams had 4-9 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 1st and 10, it's Algier. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Burrow looking to pass. That's caught. Puka Nacua. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he gets it down to the 32. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Second down and 4. Inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a first down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Atwell now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the off.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen.
And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Touchdown, Seahawks.
Jackson Smith and Jigba.
34 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
A quick throw caught by Evans out wide.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way, because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now Burrow on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Burrow. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet, just because I want to wait until the season's over. But he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced.
The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught. Touchdown, Rams. Mike Evans, 28 yards.
And the Rams are able to cut into that deficit.
That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament. but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that cut the lead to 21-7. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away.
Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch,
nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Well, this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
Option play, they'll give to Walker.
Give him 3 on the carry there. That sets up a long 3rd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll set up a throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Jabril Peppers deep to receive. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line.
Brandon, you're never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Now 2nd and 9. They'll stick with Algier.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
It's now 3rd and 10.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
Burrow from his own end zone. Buying time to his... And now did he step out of the end zone? Yes, he did. The referee
says he stepped out, and that is going to be a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll drop to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. He'll look to throw, and Walker has it. Get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The slot man in motion right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
That was an okay hookup there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here, 3rd and goal. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. And the slot man goes in motion left.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. So on fourth down, Pete Carroll's going to call out his field goal unit. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And this one is right through.
So when you factor in the safety, this now a 5-point swing.
And look, I'm not going to turn away a 5-point swing because 5 points, that's valuable. Don't get me wrong on this. But if they could have taken that safety and added 7 to it, now you're talking about a really big swing.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And things already were problematic for them. Then you add in the safety, followed by the field goal. Yes, all things considered, not the worst possible outcome, but they've got work to do here as they come up 1st and 10.
Mike Evans, he's going to go. A big play there for LA. 45 yards.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Puka Nacua, 30 yards. And the Rams get a bit closer. And when the quarterback drops and has a guy that wide open in the end zone, his eyes have to get just as big as grapefruits.
Oh, without a doubt. This is the easiest throw you're going to get, and you're going to get the benefit of a touchdown.
And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. Any questions of how they'd approach this drive were answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the first half.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Back to throw now on 1st down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Rams are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched the playoff.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 2nd down, Burrow. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Here's Ethan Evans now. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Here's a 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Being chased out left. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. First down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the turnover fuss continues. Here's another interception. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points? While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. Well, Charles, I think you'd have to call that a win for the defense after the turnover already in field goal range, and they had to settle for 3.
Yeah, being the beautiful part is you start so close to the end zone that your thought process on offense has to loosen up a little bit because you're thinking to yourself, you're almost guaranteed 3. Let's take some good shots at the end zone and try and turn it into 6.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this 3rd quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 9. Back to throw here. And the Rams got it. They bring it down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the second time. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Throw out right, pulled in by Downs. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And they come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
They'll give to Algier out of the gun, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9. Algier with another carry. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Sticking with Walker on second down. Sheds off the tackle. Fighting through, and he's got space. Oh, it still won't go down.
And he takes it all the way up to the 45-yard line.
101 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
And I don't want to harp on it, but this defense among the bottom in the league against the run, and they show it right there.
And it doesn't matter when you get prepared for this defense, whether you're good running the ball or not, that's your plan. Run the ball against them, that's their weakness. And by the way, I think you harped on it.
Yeah, I did. My bad.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a two-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to add on to that lead. A try here for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Atwell now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Play action. It's Burrow. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. Now Burrow to throw on second down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Seahawks are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Here's Walker to start the drive. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Now they'll fake the jet sweep here and throw off play action. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Straight ahead, Walker. Down to about the 22 here. 111 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
His throw caught at about the 5. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's Walker. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
Defensively by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples in this contest that he can run the football.
I think they're going to examine different ways to rush him now. Are they going to do it with different lanes? Are they going to use a spy? But they have to come up with options because right now,
This is the city, Los Angeles, California. That's where we are for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Los Angeles Rams. And off we go from SoFi Stadium. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Right to the air is Burrow. Dumps this one off to Algier. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
Yeah, they held them completely out of the end zone, just held them to a field goal. So they're not just hoping for a repeat here. They're hoping to do it even better. A shutout is their goal.
A first carry for Tyler Algier. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by the Seahawk defense. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
There it is, a staple of most teams' playbooks, the angle route. A lot of times you want to take away that inside route by a back, but when they sell it like he's going to the flat, that is tough on inside linebackers. One false step, and that ball's completed.
And a pretty good burst there as they get this across midfield and down to the 46. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Here's Burrow. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. Burrow looking to pass. Rolling to his left. Short pass caught by Henry. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Here we go.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And the pass to Henry is intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack,
And it's third down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Here comes Peppers. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Out of the end zone, it's 2-2 Atwell. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Now a 2nd and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick six, and here he ends up on his backside.
Yeah, and you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick six, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Burrow from his own end zone. He's got his target. That's complete. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. That's caught. Puka Nacua. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Burrow. Forced out to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
And the Rams had 4 and 9 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And the offense last week, they certainly had things humming, because if you can run up 40-plus points a game, you certainly take a lot of pressure off of your defense, and you're not going to lose very often.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side.
They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now a timeout